Hey, what's up, cool guy? Yeah, Zandy, is that you? I gotta pull up the chat on my phone as well. How's your day going though? Hey, there's a couple of y'all. Let's go. Let me grab the link and make things. Ah, okay. I'm like the worst streamer. It's 12 a.m. Up Triangle Alliance. I don't want to get wrong where you're from, but where are you from that it's 12 a.m. actually? What time zone is that? That's 6 hours ahead. Wow, 1 a.m. in Japan. Ooh. Okay, let me start off then. Actually, the first submission in here is actually from Triangle Online. Also, guys, make sure you stream the last release that we did. Let me pull up the. I said I'm a terrible streamer. So slow. So Mickey? Yeah, we got a lot of you guys already. Okay. Got a lot of comments here. I guess we'll start off. Is my mic and everything okay? I'll start now.
It's 2 a.m. and you hit my phone up. It's been 5 months since you left the club. I'll be reminiscing of the times when we were there, laughing out loud till the sun went down. Oh, just keep thinking of all the things I did to leave this all behind you. See you smile until the sun goes down tonight. We'll dance in the rain. Won't you promise me? Where did you go? How long can it be till we meet again? Just promise me you know how much you mean to me. I'm drunk and alone without you next to me. Just promise me you know.
Woo! Let's go! Wow, that vibrato effect is so sick. That would be great as well. Chat, what do y'all think about this? I'm keeping my eyes glued to my phone, by the way, that's when I'm looking down.
It was 2 a.m. and you hit my phone up. It's been 5 months since you left the club.
I'm gonna skip through a little bit here. Just for the
Just keep thinking of all the things I did to leave until the sun goes down tonight. We'll dance in the rain. Won't you promise me? Where did you go? How long can it be till we meet again? Just promise me you know how much you mean to me. I'm drunk and alone.
Why you laughing, bro?
Next to me, just promise me you know.
That's what we're doing. 5 hours. Wow. That's crazy. That's like really sick. So this is VIP mix, so I'm not sure what exactly. I haven't heard the original of this. But I think it sounds really sick. Like I really like all the drop stuff. I don't really have any mixed feedback or anything. On that, the second break though feels a little like if we go back to it. Like I feel like the lead is just too detuned and like washed out. Yeah, the lead and the drop sounds really sick. But this one, I feel like you could change it a little bit. I like all the kick stuff going on, but it just feels very washed out. It could also perhaps use some like extra background effects. Something I personally like to do is just like take like a kalimba or something, or do like an ARP in the background that's going. There's no lead. Oh, it's just chords? Ah, I see. Well, I think I would change the chords then. Whatever this sound is. I assumed there was a lead on top of that. Look at me, terrible music producer. But I would just take it and make it a little less detuned, or choose some different layers so that it feels a little less. That'll, I think, help a lot. Also, the arrangement of this is a little long. Like, I'm not sure if this piece needs to be as long, because I sort of got bored. 4 hours. That's crazy. You're absolutely correct, man. Like, you're absolutely correct. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I hope that helps. I'm not sure how long or how short I'm supposed to do these. Like, I like to listen to the entire track because I think it's important. But if it's taking too long, drop a few. Oh, with that, I'm going to move on to them. Oh, this is like... I see where you're getting the Dinox inspiration from here. It's very like... I like that. What's up, Green Dragon? Oh, J-Hertz as well? Yeah, I really like everything you've got on here. I would say for me, the main focus point is like the lead, which it's cool, but I think you could take some more layers into it. Like, I like this pluckiness. But I think it just needs to be a bit more, I guess, interesting. Like, for me, the layers are... It just needs more to me. I think also some extra, like, reverb swells. I mean, I think everyone should have a Dinox, period. Like, everyone should get into Dinox and Daleks stuff. And, like, there's so many, I guess, older artists, or artists who aren't making future bouts anymore, who had some really great stuff. I think is, like, still sick. I know Colonel for a while was making a lot more of, like, the Dinox-inspired stuff, and he made some really stuff with it. I had a song that I made that was very Dinoxy at one point. Off of it. Yeah, I would say take a look at that lead, and I bring in more of this colorful like fill stuff, because since you have so much space in here, because the lead is fairly plucky and like everything is plucky really, you get a lot more space to do like perks and like interesting stuff, like little tiny fills. Have stuff panning around as well, because like the imaging on the lead is good. The whole idea is good, but I think you still have a lot of room on the outsides to put stuff there. I don't know why as well, but I think like a string fill would sound really cool here. Strings. And I think just for this this vibe, it could be. All right, let's do the next one.
When you're down and feeling
I really like that swell. That's super.
When you're down and feeling like you're lonely, someone else else out there feels just like you. Go outside and be kind to a stranger. Watch what happens every time you do. Yeah. Make your own sunshine.
Okay.
Smoke 'cause it's alright. Your heart's a red kite. Let it lift you up. Can you feel the love? Make your own sunshine. Smoke 'cause it's alright. Your heart's a red kite. Let it lift you up. Can you feel the love?
Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Okay, that's really cool. Those chords really sound right. Yeah, Rush needs some music.
When you're down and feeling like you're lonely, someone else out there feels just like you. Go outside and be kind to a stranger. Watch what happens every time you do. Yeah. Make your own sunshine. Smoke 'cause it's alright. Your heart's a red kite. Let it lift you up. Can you feel the love? Make your own sunshine. Smoke 'cause it's alright. Your heart's a red kite. Let it lift you up.
This track it definitely does go for the key.
Can you feel the love?
Whoa. Yes. Ooh. This is different from the first one though, right?
Can you feel the
Ooh. That's really cool.
Can you feel the love?
Okay. I think, yeah, this piece is really sick. Honestly, I would say just take this, the stuff you have for the second drop, and just also copy it to the first drop. Because the stuff you have in the first drop is cool. Like, it's cool, but this is way cooler in my opinion. My main feedback for this is going to be this. This, like, this, like, really gritty bass that's quite wide. I would say change that up a little bit. I like what you're going for, and it's really cool. It's just taking up too much space on the outsides. In general, I think also the low end is quite wide, and so it's making it feel a little like too loose. Which I think for this, especially for dance music in general, but second drop always cool. Yeah. I think if you make the second drop cool, I think take the low end and just bring it in. So just take like an imager and just whoop, bring it in a lot by like 50%. Like try there. It sounds like a lot, and with low end I'm talking about like between 100 and 400 hertz, and then like maybe another band between 400 and 800, because that's kind of where the problems always are. As far as width, and I think if you do that, you're going to notice that the song feels a lot tighter and it feels a lot brighter as well, because the low end's taking less bass. Because this vocal as well, like I really like what you're doing with the chords. And I like that you're leaving space in the middle for the vocal, but it's just too much. And it's sort of drowning out the vocal. Like the vocal here is really like obscure. Like it's not really clear and in front. And to the vocal, I think for the drop, you should add some like distortion or effect so that it pops a bit from what's in the frame. Hopefully that's helpful. Sorry, I know I do these like sprints of feedback, and with the chat delay, I can never tell what's going on. This is definitely a sexy track. I really want to see what you do with it once you do some of the feedbacks. I think it'll sound really, really sick. I mean, it already does sound really sick, but I think it'll feel a bit tighter. That I'm gonna move on to the next one. I saw a Rookie in chat earlier. Oh, I know you were trying to sleep, but
Baby, I've been thinking about you always. Dreaming about our love from the first day. Baby, I've been thinking about you always. Tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you all. Dreaming about our love from the first day. Baby, I've been thinking about you all tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you all. Tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you always.
I like the flow you got going on. I like this breaking up.
Baby, I've been thinking about you always.
I'll let it play out that.
Dreaming about our love from the first days.
Whoa, go back. Whoa. Damn, that's crazy, Mickey.
Baby, I've been thinking about you all.
I really like this orchestra.
From the first day. Baby, I've been thinking about you all tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you all. Tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you always.
Very, very cool. Okay. As far as feedback goes, I think the first thing is I would say cut down on the arrangement a little bit.
Baby, I've been
This piece, I think, either shorten it or bring the vocal in earlier, because this piece, like, I was like expecting something to happen here, and then it's kind of just the vocal comes in. So, go lost. Okay, this is always tough with the chat delay, but yeah, yeah, I would say bring this section and I think just kind of drop it in here. Like, I really love this piece. Like, I love that. You don't even need to change anything about that. The other piece of feedback for me is that this drop is really cool. I really like all the stuff needed subtitles. Do I actually? Let's see. I don't know if my mic is doing silly things. Ah, compared to my voice? Alright. I'll bring it down a bit. Now I totally forgot where I was. Oh, lead. I think the lead could use some extra different layers. It's something we talked about the last stream with Emon. It's something really, really good. Speak Spanish. Which is that for the lead, you want to try to add as many like different layers as possible, because this sounds rather sawy, which in and of itself It's fine. You guys are really funny in chat. What's going on here? Is now I lost my train of thought again. Guys, stop being so distracting. Yeah, the lead just needs a kind of different layers because the Saul stuff. I don't know. Just I feel like I've heard these leads. Yes, yes. Of course, I could use more OTT Mickey. I think as well the leads could be a bit wider, like in the mids, especially because in the high end, I think in the mids they're fine, but like I feel like in that 2 to 4K region, it's a little too mono. OTT Enmon ought to be interesting. Oh, this. Yo, what do you think I'm about to? What do you think I'm about to open? Got her dog bite. I mean, I'm with Mickey here. I want a cat, but cook the dog. What? Oh my god. All right, let's see what Emon sent. Instant sign. Instant, we're signing this, guys. Expect us in 2 weeks with the most beautiful art. Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right, that's some more. Yeah, Flame, you can send your track now. By all means. Add. Oh, the divided track. All right. My spirit is there. And April Fool's Rest, that would have been a great idea. Well, we'll have to do it next year. Look.
I won't say goodbye yet. Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished until I cross the line.
I'm streaming on the wrong one. Lamau. Oopsie. And I think I'm supposed to play this one. My bad, y'all. I'm trolling. Holy, that's so loud. Here, I'll pin the. Let me pin the form. I don't know how to pin it. That's not typing. My bad, y'all. I tried to type it without looking. Didn't go so well. Fuck. I don't know why Dropbox is so loud. Also, let me know if the audio is too loud again.
We're no strangers to love.
Okay. Alright, Zindy, I like what you're doing with this. I like where you're going with this. Okay, I'm assuming the rest of this is the same. Like that. Sexy. I mean, yeah, if you live on the internet, you've heard this track a bunch. My feedback for you, I really like what you're doing with doing these like remixes, like Future Bounce versions of popular songs. I think it's kind of cool. I think though you can bring more of the vocal. So it sounds like in the outro, like you have, I don't know if it's the lead or it's like a vocal chop, but I think you can bring more of the vocal into the drop. Like use it for like fills or something like that, or even just take it and make it like use a one shot from the vocal as a part of the lead, which can make it sound a little more integrated, because right now it sounds a little too separated. Like, yeah, it's the same melody, but did some changes on this. And it sounds a little different, but that's most of the break. I think you could take the second break and make it a little more different, like drastically, because the thing is, a listener, no one's gonna. The changes aren't dramatic enough for me to notice. But yeah, I would say bring more of the vocal into the thing. Drop. Mickey! Hey!
I won't say goodbye yet. Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished.
I feel like I've heard this vocal somewhere before.
That's the line.
I don't know where. I can't put my finger on it, but you know, something is telling me that I've heard this before.
Make your mind. So before we dive in deeper, I wanna get to know you well. You will. And the only thing that's better is you and me together for real. For real. Let me have a taste of you. Taste of
I actually like this build you've got going on. I have it a little low as well. I really like this melody. I really like it. I think you could have an impact there.
Say goodbye yet. Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished.
I'm not sure which fill you're talking about.
Until I cross the line. You don't know we dive deeper. I wanna get And the only thing that's better is you and me together for real. For real. Let me have a taste of you. Taste of your love and everything you do. A taste of the only thing I'd rather do.
Very cool. Okay. I have if you're talking about the fill that goes like the like little colory kind of fill, I actually think leave that. You remember to orange purpley? Absolutely. I like most of the break stuff. I think maybe this you could probably bring the kicks like right after. Like I think don't even leave this space here. I think it's just literally have it like do a little impact or like a fill and then just go straight into kicks. Because have to go straight into kicks. Oh. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but if you think it's too loud, then lower it. But yeah, I would say just squeeze the arrangement. I think I've said that already a couple times today, but I think you just have a little bit of like fluff in the arrangement where you shorten it and just have it go right into it. Because the song is already pretty long. It is. I think the leads you have going on, my suggestion would be grab two very weird sounding layers and then pan them hard left and hard right. I think that'll make them sound better. Because there's also a bit of like a lot of crush, which I think is because you use a lot of OTT on the high end. Which personally I don't really like that much, but I know that's kind of your sound. Also not. I think as well, maybe try messing and doing like variation of the melody in this breakdown. I mean, it's kind of nice to have it like same melody that you're going to do in the drop as well because it keeps it together. But I think you can also just make it more interesting since it's going to be like all the same sounds and stuff. You can take the chance to branch out a little bit and make it, I don't know, to me it'd be like cool to have like a slightly varied version of the melody. So that when you get back to the drop, it's like, oh yeah, now's the like the main melody's back. Most of my thoughts. Moving on. I didn't. Oh, I think I've heard this one before. Solo, are you still in chat?
Under the moon, I'll set you free. Put your trust in me. I'll be the one.
Oh, my bad. I totally missed all the chats you said. I don't know why my that thing broke. Any way to get decent vocals without splice? I don't think so. I really okay. I don't think so in the sense that there's no way to get like good free vocals. I mean, obviously you pay for Splice, but you know, Splice is essentially free. There's other websites where you can pay like, you know, 20 or 30 bucks to get like a non-exclusive license to a vocal. There's like obviously less people are going to use that vocal, but there's no great ways. The vocal is fire. Also, Mickey, regarding your last ID with the sound design, I do think it's actually too generic. Which is why I'm suggesting like adding some weirder leads. Because I think if you add some weird leads on top of the stuff that you already have, it's going to be like a nice fusion between sort of what you usually do, which I think is already solid, and like, you know, something that's a little fresher. Unfortunately, a lot of sound design is just like doing weird things, which is kind of funny. Essentially free. Considering you can get any vocal on there, like a month subscription, yeah. And I also like know that a lot of people will share splices. to me, saying it's essentially free, you know, you can also find like a lot of the splice vocals and like, you know, free FOPs and stuff. Because people will just have them in there. So it's very low cost. Okay. One shots are great, man. I love one shots. I want to get two.
Man of your dreams. You know me, right? I stay along with
The astronaut looks so like sad.
one that needs me. Took a long time to get you by my side, and it feels right.
It's just,
And I got a long ride ahead of summer ride, desperately in need of love. Got a long ride ahead of summer ride, love. Under the moon, you know me, right? I stay along with you. Are that needs me. Took a long time to get you by my side, and it feels right. You and I got a long ride ahead of summer ride, desperately in need of love. Got a long ride ahead of summer ride, love.
Wait, I was. You're right, there was a Discord notification sound. Mickey was right. Okay. So Divided actually sent me this for feedback 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I think most of my feedback is the same, but some of it's changed. I think my first thing, and again I'm gonna say this, but I keep hearing it, is the low end is too wide. And what happens when the low end is too wide? Signature Discord notification. What happens when the low end is too wide is it takes up a lot of space. It makes the high end feel very underwhelming, which is kind of what I'm feeling here. It's not terribly wide. I think my other issue is there's not enough mids, I think. It kind of sounds like there's just this gap in the track with the mids. I don't think y'all will be able to see it, but I'm gonna play with the onboard EQ. There's like an extension you can get with the Chrome. Basically what I'm playing around with is just like removing some of the low end around like 200, 250, and then like boosting between like 2-3K and 10K, which I think is kind of where you need to send something in for feedback. I think I probably did get it, but yeah, I got it. There's a couple of people had. Let me add all the stuff that's all can. Here's it at. Yeah, I hope that helps y'all divided. My dog ate my SSD again. What? My dog ate my SSD. All right. I hope John's in chat. Well, maybe he'll come back and check.
I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. Hey, you tell your friends it was
I
nice
actually
to meet
like.
them, but I'll see it of your
I really like the vocal at this pitch. It sounds kind of sexy.
I know it breaks your heart.
Jadino! Y'all is so funny.
Looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress.
Yo, Dimension Records, let's go. What's up, Toxic Rain?
Never getting older.
Woo! Woohoo! Yeah, let's go. Let's go. That's really sick. Okay. But yeah, what's up, Toxic? Right? I saw you in the South Hill stream the other day. The ID you sent in there. Fight fire. Yeah, John, I really like this. I really like the style. I think you probably already know this, but the build is a little too chilled out for. I don't know. Like, until it gets to here, it feels like very much like there's not a whole lot of energy. So I don't know if you need to add just like some rises or some effects that are building up to this point. And also, I think like I kind of miss having a Reese in the bass in the break. I know it's kind of generic to have one there, but it I really like this melody. My best friend Seth Hills. Yeah, man. I wish I was that cool. I have to say, what's funny about Seth Hills is like he goes on stream and then he just looks very somber. Then every now and then you'll send him something and he'll be like, he'll like smile a little bit, and then he just goes back to being very stone faced. But back. I think the lead sounds very like dull. I think it's really the bass, which is I think kind of a little too muddy. So I'd say take a look at the low end and just like it a little bit. I think you could probably also look at time to play with the EQ again. Okay, so sorry, I realized that I just like go silent and then suddenly I'm just like y'all are hearing me EQ something, which might be a little boring, but are you asking me if I'm Dutch? I am indeed American. I grew up in the States. I did actually live in the Netherlands for a year though, so in a sense you're kind of right. So I really didn't enjoy the Dutch language though while I was there. Take a screenshot of this as well, in case you want to send me this. But just like I would say, duck out like around 200, and then bring up some of the 2 to 3K, and then also bring up some of the 10K. Or you could even just shelf and bring up a lot more of that high end because I think it'll make it a lot brighter. Yeah, I'm gonna shot at the Mercury. Okay, moving. I hope the helpful. Again, y'all, let me know if I'm like taking too long to get feedback because I tend to get a little bit in the weeds with this kind of stuff. But I think it's helpful. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a 1, 2, 3. Oh man. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that. Okay, here it's. I actually really like these guitar chords you got going. Alright, good to know, Jay. I will keep that in mind. Okay, I like this idea. I like this idea. Believe. I want to make sure. Ooh, sorry, I made that really loud all of a sudden. Whoa! Yes! Okay, this is really cool. I really like this. Okay. I think first thing about the drop is the the sub feels quite underwhelming. So like this, I don't know, like the sub just needs more power because it's just, yeah, a little underwhelming. I really like the lead. I really like the melody. I think you could probably give the bass a little bit more like distortion or like presence. And the compressor sidechain to the input signal. Are you talking about my mic, Toxic? Because yeah, I have it set up pretty aggressively. I like how, in the meantime, Smolix and Green Dragon are just talking about where they're from in the Netherlands. Oh, this is really great. But yeah, okay. Okay, by the way, when you finish this, like, genuinely submit it to us at Sanctuary, because I would actually be super down to sign this. Which is not really my decision. Ah, yes, my mic. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive sidechain compressor. I also like the second break a lot. I had another feedback and now I've totally gotten distracted. I'll probably get better at being a little more focused over time, but isn't chatter too fucking funny? Number 1, fix sub. Number 2, probably bring out, yeah, more of the bass. I think with the lead sounds really good so far. It's just the bass needs more sauce. You could even maybe add a couple layers to it up a little bit. Just with that, make sure that you're not messing up the low end too much, in the sense that you're adding too much low end, just tasteful. Keyword, make it better. All right. Times, you still here? Toxic, please submit something. I would love to see what you do. Hey, bro. Yeah, that's true. Green Dragon didn't send Future Bounce. He beat you to the punch. Me too. I've never heard this vocal anywhere before. I think I've heard this before. Yes! This one's really cool. Already, I love the like little fills and stuff you have going on. Okay. And J Hearts, at some point send ID2. Yeah, I'm now quite invested in knowing what ID2. Okay, as far as diss track, love the sound design. First thing, just sounds super cool. I like this. I like that you kind of switch up a little bit in the sense of like changing the rhythm and stuff. There's me, Emmon. To answer your question, Toxic, and then I'll actually give the feedback. On the label staff, there's me, Emmon, and Turbix. And Mickey also does a lot of like A&R stuff for us, or he'll help us sort out what stuff gets released, or what stuff we sign and what stuff we don't. But other than that, it's me, Emmon. Turbix helps us with like the EP stuff. I'm responsible for doing most of like the branding and stuff, so yeah, when I don't make announcements, y'all can. Yeah, of course, I love the color-based stuff. Anything that's like colorful and then combined with future rounds instantly makes it much more attractive to me. I think it's just so much more. Okay, now close the chat and actually give the feedback. Again, I'm gonna probably keep saying this. The low end a little too wide. We're tightening it up. Yeah, my throat is fighting me. Tighten it up a little bit so that just a little more space for the high end to breathe. I think also there's like, I'm not sure if it's over compression or under compression, but like it kind of just feels like everything is like very merged, and not sure if more compression or less compression. Reason not super good at today. Of course, if you want me to feedback the color base ID, like send it over and I'll just swap it out. Feedback that instead. Let me know when you send it. Yeah, Toxic, I agree. That's a really easy way to do it. Personally, I just like using as an imager and then have a couple of different bands and go whoop. But doing a side low cut also really helps. I like to do it sometimes for the. This is a trick I learned from Magnus. Was taking that and just side low cutting to get the sub and then imaging afterwards, which helps you the imager to be a little more controlled. Yeah, I think if you solve the low end problems, the rest of the track will come out more. You could probably do a little more limiting as well. The waveform is quiet. I think also maybe bring the lead out more. Fluid, I give feedback to a remake, yeah. Already see a Green Dragon? Like. Yeah, because the lead feels a little drowned out by the everything else. I think it's mostly that the colory stuff is a lot brighter than the actual lead itself. Which I think if you fix that, it'll sound a little more balanced and focused. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you have questions, obviously let me. Okay. Meantime.
When you're down and feeling like you're lonely, someone else out there feels just like you, just like you. Go outside and be kind to a stranger. Watch what happens every time you do, yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel the love? Can you feel it? Can
Then it ends.
Can you feel love? Can you feel it?
I think it has a little too much low mids. I think the bass is taking up a lot of space over the lead. I think I've said that a lot today, actually. Oh, maybe I'm actually hearing things that aren't there. But that's my impression of this. I think the sound design is also a little generic. Like, I don't know. Galantis Money? With Future Bounce also sometimes it's like, we're gonna run out of melodies eventually. So maybe that's why I'm not hearing it. But yeah, that could be a thing to look at as well, Lux, is like maybe the melody's a little too similar to something. I do like the ADSR. Bouncy ID is just kind of dying. Well, I think after Danny left Bouncy IDs, like or at least is leaving, I think it's caused a big slowdown. Yeah, that's maybe one thing you could look at, Lex, is just like trying to change the melody to a little more different. I mean, Tox is kind of onto something there. Future Bounce is a little bit of a tough genre. We are a small community. But one day we will rise from the ashes. I wish I had more concrete feedback, but yeah. It's I think really if you just take a look at like this, the sound design is fine, but I feel like I've heard a lot of it before, so I don't want to tell you just redo everything, but like I would say like take a look at adding some more complex layers to the leads and maybe changing the melody so that it's a little more different. I would try changing, like you can leave the notes, but change the rhythm a bit. Because this rhythm, I feel like I've heard in every bounce song. Because I just heard this a lot of times, and so I just try making a little more. Yeah, I agree with what Toxic said. I've gotta. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. This is okay. Already, I gotta say this is really cool. Like, I don't know why you're saying this is bad, but like, really cool. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit, so cool. Why did you say that was garbage, bro? That was so cool. Okay, let's go. Okay, I think the mixes though, not good. That might be a little garbage. Chilling. Your bass is really distorted. Overall, it just feels like the high end needs to be lifted up a little bit, or rather, like some of the low end needs to be cleared out because like there's a lot of stuff going on down there. What it sounds like to me is like whatever chords you have are really taking up a lot of space. The lead doesn't sound muddy at all, but like the chords and the bass sound quite muddy. So I would say just take a look at like cutting some out. Yeah. Toxic's like my co-host, just also popping in feedback in the chat. But this break is so cool, man. I really want you to finish this and then send it in at like a future feedback session so we can all hear it. Very, very, very cool. I've said 69 minutes. Nice. Has it already been 69 minutes? Crazy. Over an hour of being live. I don't know how many tracks I feedbacked, but I hope it's been. Alright, now let's see if this is a future bounce. With Dean.
Close my eyes and finally I hear you when I go to sleep. It has to be our destiny. Destiny. I believe.
Nice.
It has to be. I believe. I close my eyes and finally.
Let's skip forward a little bit.
It has to be.
Okay. I like where you're going with this. I feel like you definitely need to do a little more production to it because it feels a little too simple. I don't like this bass that much. Like on its own, it sounds a little. This is Edmond taking over. Welcome, Edmond. Need some filling. Yeah. I think this bass sounds a little like naked on its own. I think maybe either layer it with something else or add some extra background elements that will sell this bass. Because this part, to me, it sounds like a little more energetic, and I like it. Like it feels like it's going somewhere. This one, I just like this, little dull to me. I think as well, what I would really like to see, or what I think would sound really cool, is to have like a lot of vocal chops or like effects that are sort of like in the background. Just because I think with this sound design, it'll pair really well, and you'll get some really nice contrast. B part could be more different than yeah. I actually think the part needs to be a little less thick because I think I like this, the way this sounds. No. Come on, look what he said. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. Alright, let's see. MHA 40k drop. Top 10 winners. Let's go.
I just called to say that I'm not sorry.
Alrighty, bye bye, Emman.
You can take it as a love letter, take it as a heartbreak. And I just called to say that I'm not bothered. 'Cause I know that you got what you wanted anyway. You can say it now. That it's easier. We'll see that it's easier. Pretend that it's easier.
Okay, some colorful stuff.
We'll say that it's easier. Pretend that it's easier.
Woohoo! Let's go. Very cool. No comments on the sound design that you've got going on is great. I will say the sound design, you gotta brighten it up more, my brother. It's his color house, it's gotta be bright because most of the body and like soul of your sounds, for a lot of stuff, it's gonna be more in like the mids. And as soon as you start doing color house, it actually moves up. I feel a little more, to more in like that 5K region. 4K region where suddenly things are getting up a little more. That's where like the main body of your sound is, and I just don't think it's here enough. Like, I'm gonna try dropping it a little bit with my Chrome EQ and then see how it sounds. Okay. This is without this width. This is literally just me removing a little bit of low end and then brightening it up with a high shelf. And you can already hear just with that little bit of tilt, it sounds a lot more. To me, it sounds a lot better. Right? This is without. So that's my main feedback for you. Brighten it up. I mean, obviously this is now like, at least for the competition it's released, but if you want to use it for something else, then I would do. Now, with this beautiful cover, let's see what we got. I feel like I need to prepare my body for what's about to happen. Guys, I don't think I'm ready.
Darkness is pulling you down. You don't know how to move on. When music is the only thing that keeps you alive, and you know that the time will come. We feel so unstoppable, dangerous. Our comforts are protecting people with the tone, with the tone. We just want to save this world, so prepare yourselves for us.
Whoa. God damn.
Try to lift me up, but above all, let's stop the time crashing through my mind. Let's try to get beyond.
Alright, here we go again. Sheesh, what the hell? Oh my god. Okay, this is really sick. I will say, my first thought when I heard the drop, so obviously the sound design and everything is mental. But the fake out thing here kind of bothers me, because you kind of have this big lead in, and then like, I'm expecting the fill to go in and then for it to go bomb, and then it kind of makes you out a little bit more, and I think if I was on the dance floor, that would nope me out a little bit, or not nope me out, but it would like kind of kill the energy a bit, because everyone's like ready for it to hit on the one, and then it doesn't. So I think maybe you could save it for like the second drop, and then just have it like kick in. But yeah. My thought as well was here in this break section. In this break section, I think you could have some drums going, just like even just like a little shuffle or something, just so that it's moving. Because just the reach here feels a little bit, I don't know, like there's just not a whole lot of movement going on. I think if you add even just some like shakers or something, that might be enough. Yeah. Personally, not a big fan of fake outs. Not sure why. I like them, but I haven't really done very. That's fair. I really like what you have here, though. I like this like almost tape stop sound. I don't know if it is actually tape stop, but this like thing that like grabs you and then it stops. Super sick. I really don't have any other thoughts on that. You're crazy, man. Are crazy. I hope you pop back into like the next streams we have so we can hear more IDs, because Ballburger, oh my god, that is so bright. Why it is all white? Say just before I keep playing, I think sub to the channel, so yeah, let's go. 1 subscriber. At some point I'll get the widgets working and stuff, so that we'll actually see when you all sub to the channel and stuff. I just I have struggles with Streamlabs sometimes because it's a little weird. Paul Burger, I will say the vocal needs more high end. Because it sounds quite dull. You could even just remove lows, but I think just add some high end to it. It sounds a little underwater.
Turn my reality sideways. That's when it pierces me right through the heart. And look in your eyes, I'm so surprised. Take emotions for a ride. When our worlds collide, we never
Toxic is saying the vocal sounds off key. That might entirely be true. I am like pitch deaf, so I don't know if maybe I am hearing things that aren't there, but or not hearing things that are there, rather. But if Toxic says it, take a look at it. Make sure your vocals are in key. Unless you are Brooks, in which case it's okay.
That's when it hit right through the heart. Take it both hands for a ride. When I'm alive, I'm alive. When I'm alive. When I'm alive. When I'm alive.
Toxic, how do you know it's a D minor? What do you mean? Okay. Toxic is coming out here flexing on us. He was born to be a music producer. Okay. I will give some mixed feedback because I think all the aside from the vocal, for me the main issue is the bass sounds is taking up a lot of space, which is fine, but I think relative to this lead, it's just not wide enough. The lead I think is not wide enough, especially in the mids. It's also just not loud enough. Like here, I hear almost just the bass when it's really low volume. Whereas for me, I feel like it should be a little bit the other way around. Like the position should be swapped, where I should really hear like 55% the lead and 45% the bass for this type of style. So I'd say, yeah, just give your lead some boost. Make sure it's like got some distortion and stuff. Make it a nice and sauce. That's I think that's mostly it. I really like the bass stuff. It's cool. It's interesting. Interesting equal good. The other thing as well was in this. It's very noticeable that like the lead here is just like not enough. I think maybe here, if you're gonna do this like very plucky lead, one, make it louder, and two, give it like some crazy reverb or something, so that it's kind of still fits the energy, but is taking up more space and is adding a little more equation. I hope that makes sense. I explained it well, but yeah, try reverb on the break. Let the lead have some more space. Okay, Food remake. Let's see. You kind of nailed the bass sound of it. I really, it's kind of tough for me actually to do this feedback on this remake because I have heard this, but I need to compare it because I don't know well. I think you got the beat part down though. That's pretty close. My one thing is like take a look at the drums because I don't think those are. Yeah, I can't wait for this to re. Well, so I think as well you could do, yeah, the basses. Have some more compression on the limiter, or the compression on the limiter. Whatever you're mastering with, just take it up more because I think you could just have more. It could just be louder, and it'll sound like this. It sounds more accurate to the ID as you hear it, like when you listen to the recordings of Ultra Music Festival. But like the actual version is just going to be like sausage. So I would say just turn up the thing. That's an easy feedback for me. Sounds good, bro. Yep. Every mix down ever.
Promise that no matter what is gonna matter, I'd leave my heart in the palm of your hands. I promise that no matter how treacherous, I'd always do it again. It's crazy, but we made it.
Ooh. Yes. Okay, Lex, I already like this a lot more than the thing you said earlier. Like, this sounds really cool.
Promise that no matter what is gonna matter, I'd leave my heart in the palm of your hands. I promise that no matter how treacherous, I'd always do it again. It's crazy, but we made it. We made it.
While I'm here, I think these strings could be a lot brighter because they sound a bit dull. So I'd say just go and count some of the low end and just, like, let them breathe a little more. Love that filter. Let's go. Yes. That's so cool. That is so cool. I love what you did there. Love that. Make the piano brighter, I think. Open it up. I think you can say that about a lot of this track though, is just like to me there's just not enough high end. Let me try EQing this. Think as well. Alrighty, bye bye, Clued. By the way, just so you all know, I'm gonna review feedback the last one, and then I am gonna head out. Other things to do today, including sleep. Okay. In the bass, there's like this white noise that's going on over the top, and I think you can just remove it. What it's going to expose, however, I think, is that you're going to remove that, and then suddenly the lead is going to sound really alone. I would say remove a lot of the white noise that's coming from like the bass of those chords, and then add maybe a layer to the lead or something so that it's taking up that high end space and it really feels like bright and alive and stuff. That's my main feedback for like this drop stuff, because like the melody and stuff, super cool. The Jersey section, fantastic. You bring in the claps, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Cool. Take a look at that, the relationship between the low and the high end. Said that a lot this stream, actually. I have like a notice board of the like how many times you said look at your low end.
There you were on the other side of the room. Place was filled, but all I could see was you. You're magnetic, captivating, and you know it's true. Sent a smile and you started to make your way through the crowd. It grew so loud, you and I didn't even care. I never wanna get used to the sound you whispering in my ear.
Okay, I have to feedback this now. Where's the reverb, bro? Where's the reverb? The idea is super cool, but like I can kind of hear it, but like it feels super dry. Like everything just feels really, really dry. So I would say try and add some reverb reverses as well. I don't hear those. Okay, I kind of hear them, but they need to be louder. They're really... I think as well here, the high end... Okay, my thoughts EQ wise is like bring up the 10K region, because that'll make it brighter without adding too much like noise and stuff. You already take out a little bit between 100 and 300, not a ton. This doesn't need to have a ton removed, but just enough so that it moves as the boxiness, because the bass sounds pretty boxy. Like this is me without the EQ. Out. Yeah, that's not, I've also added a bit of sub in there, just so you know. That to me sounds a little bit better because it just balances out so that the bass isn't as boxy and the lead gets a little more sparkle to it, and also the sub just helps make the line feel more solid.
There you were on the other side of the room.
I think your vocal definitely needs to be brighter as well, because it sounds, the kalimba, whatever thing you got going on, is brighter than the vocal. Which the vocal should generally sit on top of everything else that's going on, so you have it have less high end, it suddenly sounds really...
Place was filled, but all I could see was you. You're magnetic, captivating, and you know it's true. Sent a smile and you started.
less. I'm not sure exactly. Wise, maybe.
The crowd, it grew so loud. You and I didn't even care. I never wanna get used to the sound you whispering in my ear. I've loved you.
Whoa, let's go.
Did I ever tell you that? I tried to push you out, you pull in. I fell apart so fast.
Very nice. Overall, though, like the drop idea is pretty cool. I think if you just get it to sound less dry, it'll be really dope. Because right now it just sounds very shockingly dry. Yeah. I don't know if my chat is broken or no one is saying anything. Wait. That was last back. That being said, I am gonna go and eat now before I like expire. So yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out. That was a super fun stream, and I'm gonna try to do another one again in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This time I'll announce it beforehand. Like more than 2 hours beforehand. So hopefully I will see you guys again there. Said.